Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name's Andrew, and I'm gonna do another book tag. I just think this is a great way to talk about books that you've already read and not feel the pressure to read tons and tons of books and just put it out there. You know, I think that tags are fun. So today we're doing the Charmed book tag, which is inspired by the TV show Charmed, which, if you don't know about me, my favorite show of all time, for a long time I would have said is Supernatural. And then for some reason, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago, I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch Charmed because I've always like seen stuff about it, this and this, and I've tried to get into it many times, but I just have this thing where the first episode of a show, I watch them and I try to determine my, interest at the moment. But when I finally was ready to give Charmed all of my time, honey, she got all my time. And let me tell you, I would argue it might be my favorite show. I might enjoy it even more than Supernatural because, every man in that show is a demon. And unfortunately, that seems to be the reality we live in. I love the show Charmed, and I love talking about books. So naturally, here we are. The first question is, it says, give us the power, or the power of 3, of course, as they're known for. And it says to list or name the book that started you off on your journey of reading. And as I've said many, many times, it's the Shadowhunter books. Okay, I'm sorry to be incredibly repetitive, but yes, it's the Shadowhunter book. City of Bones, this is what started my love for reading, reignited my love for reading in 2020 during pandemic when there was nothing to do but just hang out with all these characters. Thank Cassandra, Clare for these. Okay, the next question is a place where you'd want to live. And for me, the answer to that is going to be this hotel in the Nevermore books, because Morgan Crow, can basically like manipulate the room to be whatever she wants, which is the coolest thing ever. And I just want to live in this world. So far, I need to read the newest book still, which this could be an answer for a later question. But it's just so cozy. This is such a cozy, like lighthearted book that I was considering this for many answers, but ultimately this is the world I want to live in, specifically in the rooms, the hotel. Or I'll review the book. I want to reread all the books. Next question, a kick-ass female lead. And there was no better answer for me than Ren from the Poppy War. A girl, this is a book that I distinctly remember waking up every morning in order to read, very motivated to read, like woke up early so that I could get pages in, and I was annotating like fucking crazy because it's so, and this spine on this book is destroyed because and I have special editions of the series right there. She's such a badass. Like, I don't know what else to say. Okay, the next question is your bookish mother. And I had to look around the shelves for a little bit. And then I landed on this mostly because of the show, but also the show is based off of Nick's mom and Heartstopper. And literally like this is volume 4, flipping to a page with his mom in it and the situation that he's discussing with his mother, I like almost teared up. So I'm like, that obviously is definitely my answer. I absolutely love these. I was kind of being a hater at first when they first came out. I don't know why, because I'm like, this is the first time we've had like happy gay love. Like, not the first time, but like I also still need to watch the rest of the show, but I think I'm just waiting until it's finished, and I also still need to read the next volume. But like, this was like, it's such a happy book, but of course we're dealing with real life issues, and I just was in tears over like the last section of this book, and I was almost in tears again reading about Nick and his mother. But that is easily my answer for that question. Okay, next we are unfortunately going to have to repeat an author. I'm sorry, but the next question says Phoebe Halliwell, a character that you wish you knew the future of. And for me, that's in order to not spoil what's going on in the series. Should you want to read the series, obviously I highly recommend the books. I want to know what's going to happen with the person who was just appointed consul. Is it consul or is it, I don't know, but if you know who I'm talking about. Also, there's just like every character, I want to know what happens. Obviously, I'm very invested in the Shadowhunter world, so I want to know what happens next with literally all of them, but mostly the one that was appointed consul. I just think they will be a very good base off of all of their character development so far from however many books they may or may not have been in. I think they're going to be a great consul. I hope that's the right word, but if not, editing me is going to have a great time figuring it out. there you go. Okay, next question is, it's for Paige Hallowell. I haven't been saying which characters are, but I'll put in the little graphics in between. Paige Hallowell, who showed up late to the Charmed show. This question, of course, says a series that you were late to the party on. And for me, I would say, it's Shatter Me, but I'm looking to see when was this published, because I just read it last year, so that's definitely late. 2025 when it was published. This was published in 2011. So yes, very late. But being late means that you get to binge the whole series. So I'm like caught up on all of this. I've even read all of the side novellas, good, bad, or worse. I've read it all, every single page except for the newest one that she just came out with. And I don't know if I will or won't read. I don't know. If you have read it, let me know if you think it's worth it. Okay, next question is for Leo Wyatt, and it says a series that you turn to for a pick-me-up, and that's gonna be Camp Half-Blood for me. These books are just so funny and nostalgic, and I enjoy them a lot. And even though there is some crude humor I don't super love, I do think I just love these characters in this world. I do. These are some very good comfort characters that I enjoy reading very, very much. And I need to continue with spin-offs. There's so much to read. It's just endless, really. Next question, I didn't realize before what it says. It says this is associated with demons, which I just think is hilarious. But it says a series, I don't know if you saw a little preview there, a series that has a big following that you're not a fan of. And for me, it's funny because the person who answered this said Throne of Glass, but I'm gonna say ACOTAR, because I actually think I enjoyed ACOTAR even less than Throne of Glass. But for me, I just don't understand the level of hype we're giving this woman. I just really don't. And it's not that I can't be into popular things, because hello, but like this just didn't land in the way I think it's landing for many other people. But I do kind of look back fondly on some things with this book. So I don't know, but I just definitely don't love it at the level many of the other girlies love it. Okay, and then the final question is Forever Charmed, and it says a series with a perfect ending. And I could easily have said Rick Riordan's The Percy Jackson series. I could have said 3 out of the 4 of Cassandra Clare's series. But I'm actually gonna go with one, I don't know how much I've really talked about this series on my channel, to be honest, but the His Dark Materials conclusion, I think, is pretty perfect. It is bittersweet for sure, or kind of just bitter or sweet. I don't know. I don't want to spoil how it ends, but like the feels at the end of this book are just incredible. And I really liked this book. I think this was, I'm thinking also how I need to watch this show. I know there's also spinoffs of this too. It's crazy. Like there's literally spinoffs of every single book series, like ever, it feels like. So this, I really, when I think back on the conclusion for this book, I think I gave all the books like 4 stars, but I think I would say maybe the first one is still my favorite, but I do think that the ending of this book is pretty perfect for what the series sets out to do. And there you go. That is all the questions for the Charmed tag. So I will of course leave the questions in the description down below for you to answer as well if you would like. And then I will leave my Instagram, Goodreads, and my TikTok as well for you to check out if you would like. Otherwise, have a great day. Bye.